Hi, welcome to the Connecticut Cake Competition. I'm Kathy Farner.
And I'm Beth Lee Spinner. And this year, the Connecticut Cake Competition is being held February 26th and 27th
At the Connecticut Convention Center in Hartford, Connecticut.
The Connecticut Cake Competition is an annual event that brings the love of cake decorating and the sugar arts to the general public.
The Connecticut Cake Competition has become an annual event, a two-day affair, starting with the cake competition itself on the first day, Saturday, wedding cake competition, so to speak, or cake and sugar art competition. It's a great, delicious, fun family event to see. By the way, this year, February 26th and 27th, they'll have the same event, Connecticut Cake Competition, the Connecticut Convention Center on Columbus Boulevard in Hartford. It's always a two-day event, culminating with the live cake challenge, which we'll see in just a moment. We'll actually follow what happened and see the excitement that builds up to the cake challenge. Cake decorating is one of those often ignored culinary arts. Although the sight of a beautifully decorated cake delights most of us, most people are not aware of the long, erratic history of cake decorating. Cake decorating is indeed a long, colored history. You would imagine that it might have started with some elaborate wedding cakes. What are the origins of cake decorating? Well, it does go back to Egyptian times, but wasn't really popular or well known. Compared to other forms of food preparation, cake decorating is actually one of the newer culinary arts. Cake decorating can be traced back to the mid-17th century. This is around the same time, probably not coincidentally, that cake pans made their first appearances in domestic kitchens across the Northeast Europe region. Beginning in the mid-17th century, cake decorating gained widespread popularity as a way to create elaborate desserts that were used as displays during the feasts and banquets of the wealthiest aristocrats. However, these were mainly used as display pieces only. The mid-19th century brings cake decorating to the forefront. The history of cake decorating, as we know it today, truly gets its start in the mid-19th century, which coincides with the period in which the French began to serve desserts as a completely separate sweet course that was served at the very end of the meal. This is the time in which decorated desserts, namely cakes, began to appear on banquet tables, and in some cases on a regular basis. With the development of the temperature-controlled oven, that changed everything in the world of cake baking. In the 1840s was an important development in kitchen and cooking technology, the temperature-controlled oven. This is, of course, made baking much more pleasant and convenient. During this period, cake baking became easier and thus more popular. Most of this type of decorating was generally consisted of dimensional overpiping, decorations around the perimeter of the cake. Another development over that same period of time was the introduction of baking powder and baking soda. This, of course, also made cake baking much easier. Around 1929, a business known as Wilton Enterprises began to advertise its own cake decorating classes. Their classes were advertised to entrepreneurs, chefs, catering, and other gourmet people of interest in baking of cakes and decorating. The cake decorating classes took off and became a great success among bakers and chefs. In 1947, the Wiltons began to develop and promote their own line of baking and cake decorating products. Wilton Enterprises made a great splash, and by the 1960s, the so-called Wilton method became a standard for cake decorating. and as early as 1983, the Wilton Company merged with Copco, kitchenware company. Then in 1991, the company merged again with Roaco and changed the name back to Wilton Industries. A few years after the Wilton School came into existence, Joseph Lambeth published a book that would become a classic of cake decorating. The book was known as the Lambeth Method of Cake Decoration and Practical Pastries. The book became widely popular with budding cake decorators, bakers, and other gourmets. The book contained a real step-by-step instructions, clear oversized drawings and photographs that showed the reader how the Lambeth method of cake decorating was constructed. In 1976, a new organization known as the International Cake Exploration Society, ICES, of Michigan, became the nationally known cake decorating organization. And here, the Connecticut Cake Competition is a member of ICE. There's a wealth of interest in cake decorating. Widely became popular with the development of the Food Network and the competitions which the program started to feature, the Cake Off contest. The Connecticut Cake Competition, located at www.ctcakecompetition.com, offers a number of resources to improve your cake decorating skills. Classes and demonstrations will keep you up to date with the latest trends and new techniques and products. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the live cake challenge. Here, 5 contestants must compete to build the most beautiful, elaborate, decorated cake. Remember, all cakes must be able to be edible, but in this case, you can use some products and some elements that are not edible, but 90% of it has to be. The 2010 challenge and theme was Child's Play. Let's see what they came up with.
In Connecticut. What do you think about this show?
Oh, I'm happy to be here. It's a great show to be here in Connecticut, and these guys are working hard. It's a lot better judging today than having to compete.
Do you think it's going to be a good competition for you? I mean, I have seen your show. You do a great job. So you think it's a good competition for you?
No comment on that.
No comment?
It's always good competition. There's some talented people here, but when I love to compete and I love to do crazy things. You know, you see the show.
Correct. But, all the beginnings are tough, we're trying to just,
This
get it out there.
this is your first time here in Connecticut?
This is my first time in Connecticut, yeah. You guys should make a trip out to New Jersey. Come say hello.
Oh, sure. We
I'd love
can.
to. Definitely.
Where Vanessa is from New Jersey.
Actually, my brother-in-law Remy, he's from Mexico. They used to be, I think Telemundo was going to do an interview with him, no?
Yeah, next one.
Telemundo.
Or Univision.
Univision.
Yeah.
Oh, Univision.
Yeah.
You can see the next show, February 26th and 27th, live at the Connecticut Convention Center on 100 Columbus Boulevard in Hartford. That's Saturday and Sunday, 2-day event. Wedding cakes are displayed. There's lots of things to do. Down to 30 seconds.
Down to, yes, 23. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the Cake Challenge tradition, we need the audience to assist us with the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, while the judges confer, we are going to ask our challengers to give us a little bit of insight into their inspiration. Carolina?
All right, well, we were inspired in outdoor play. I feel that sometimes kids don't get enough of going outside and really enjoying nature and being fit, and I think it has to do with a lot of, I'm not against video games, trust me, my husband would kill me if I said that. But I really do think that sometimes we should go back to basics and just have fun outside, enjoy nature. So it's a lot of like outdoor play, just a clubhouse, a little rope just for you to, hang on and play. And I don't know about you, but if I were little and they gave me a pool full of bubblegum, I'd be happy.
Great. Let's hear it for Carolina. Can you tell us about your piece?
Yes, it was actually inspired by my daughter Michelle and my niece Nicole. And I realized that they actually took a cardboard, a box, and turned it into a car. And it was so much fun to watch them play, and I remember that was a time in my life that I felt so thankful for all the things I have and for my family. And just to hear their smile and laughing, so that was our inspiration. It was actually the simple things in life that makes you happy. Doing an airbrush of your shadow, and if you come closer, you will see the shadow of them on an actual race car. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, when I heard the theme was child's play, it took some doing because I had to think way back to when I was a child and what I played with. And one of my favorite toys was a Jack-in-the-Box. So that's what I decided I wanted to try to recreate today. I then enlisted the help of Akko, who thought less far back to when he was a child and the toys that he played with in Mexico. And he came up with blocks and a Sonoha. So I think we were working with those. And so this is a little of both of our childhoods together.
Thank you very much. Now we come down to team number 4.
Okay. This is actually reminiscent of my own backyard. We have a little tree house in the back for my kids. And it's actually one of their favorite places to play. They use their imagination. They have actually decorated the inside of their house. And when my kids were growing up, they were really big on books, and particularly pop-up books. So we decided to combine the two ideas together and also rely on the strengths of Pam's painting ability to create a somewhat two-dimensional, three-dimensional pop-up book. And there's like a bunch of different little toys, just like you would have your little boy leaving stuff all over the yard.
Number 5, Ed, can you please explain this display?
We pretty much just went with some of the greatest toys ever made. I don't have a story for you.
Okay. A lot of people have asked, we have one question. They want to know what you were listening to in the earphones.
Kid Rock.
What was it?
Kid Rock.
Very good.
hairbrush we did. We did all the hairbrush. We did the boy, we did all the back, we did the hair. It has to be brought in. Yeah, this is the brought in was the wall and her. Everything else we did here, including the...
This you did free.
Yes. So we actually printed in the back. We have over 50%. We pretty much counted the wall as like 3.
Okay. You made this one here?
Yeah.
Trash can was brought in?
Yes.
Okay, so the lady, the board, and the trash can were brought in.
This was done.
This is all done
the wall
prior?
The wall was done before. So the stuff that we brought was the wall, the girl, and what? And the trash can? And the trash can.
Okay.
And
All right.
everything else we put it here.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No, I consider this. Yeah, you have to wait.
Was there something going on here?
No, it's actually the kids are supposed to swing and this is supposed to go in circles. Kind of like one of those merry-go-round type of stuff. So the kids would get up here and then just throw themselves and just go around. I didn't get to make another kid. That was the idea, but we didn't get there.
It's the only child. Oh, there's a kid up there.
No, there's another
I know,
one.
I'm like kidding.
That's why it says no. Well, the boys have no girls. And the girl inside just crossed out girls.
You run away for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is just nerve-wracking, and we don't want to drive the judges crazy. But I have something that's just so appropriate.
What's this?
We are going to ask the team leaders of our 5 challengers to please come up front. We have Carolina Lara, Vanessa Greeley, E.Q. Pryor, Becky Reed, and Ed Hughes.
And I just want to say that everybody did such an amazing job. You guys worked real hard, so you should be proud of yourselves. You know, us 3 have been on the other side of the fence, so we understand little bumps and glitches that happen along the way. This was a really tough decision, but, you know, it has to be done.
Yes. Okay. You make the
No.
announcement. Start with third place. You're so much better at this. Third place first.
I don't know.
No. Oh, all right.
I'll handle the envelopes.
He'll handle it. He wants to handle the envelopes.
I won't handle the money.
That's got the money, okay. It's getting a little crowded here. This is it. We are going to ask the team leaders of our 5 challengers to please come up front. We have Carolina Lara, Vanessa Greeley, E.Q. Pryor, Becky Reed, and Ed Hughes.
And I just want to say that everybody did such an amazing job. You guys worked real hard, so you should be proud of yourselves. You know, us 3 have been on the other side of the fence, so we understand little bumps and glitches that happen along the way. This was a really tough decision, but, you know, it has to be done.
Yes. Okay. You make the announcement.
No.
Start with third place. You're so much better at this. Third place first.
I don't know.
No. Oh, all right.
I'll handle the envelopes.
He'll handle it. He wants to handle the envelopes.
I won't handle the money.
That's got the money, okay. It's getting a little crowded here. Hold on.
This is the worst part. Wait. No.
ladies and gentlemen. Our third place winner and recipient of a bronze medal and a cash prize of $300 goes to Becky Reed. As for the couple. Our second place winner receives a silver medallion and
What's heavy?
a cash prize of $500, and that goes to the next three. And our first place winner receives a gold medallion and a cash prize of $1,000. Rubik's Cube.
So what was your inspiration for that?
I don't know. We were just sitting around the bakery and decided that we'd do a bunch of good, cool 80s, 70s, and 80s toys.
How long have you been doing this?
2.5 years.
How do you feel about today's win?
Overwhelmed. It's good.
Well, thanks for joining us this year at Connecticut Cake Competition. You can see the next show, February 26th and 27th, live at the Connecticut Convention Center on 100 Columbus Boulevard in Hartford. Remember to visit www.ctcakecompetition.com for more information. Tickets are available for the 26th and 27th show at the Connecticut Convention Center, February 26th and 27th. Tickets are available at the door. So come on down, bring your family, bring a friend, and have fun and enjoy. Taste the difference. The creators of this event, the event directors, are Beth Lee Spinner and Kathy Farner.